in different ways, like exactly what are you supposed to do. But it seems like the most obvious. Hold on. Now we're streaming. Hold on. Let me look at this real quick. 2 guys. I'm sorry how I started the stream. My hands are looking a little dumb. I'm looking like a type of guy. Look at me real quick. Ain't nothing wrong with anything ever in the world, by the way. Right, you guys? We got 3 concurrent viewers. We got 3 dudes out here. We got 2 guys. Let me get out of this. I need to stop looking at this. Sorry. We got Sigma here. What does that Abu Takam say? What does that mean? Oh, Five Night Freddy Gaming and More is back again. I did miss you, Five Night Freddy. Gaming and More. Oh, we got 5 guys here. Oh God.
To me.
Wow, that was fast.
Yeah, I need to stop looking at it because I'm gonna cause problems if I just keep looking at how many people are watching. It's gonna be a problem. I'm gonna cause problems to happen, and I'm gonna be upset about it. Let me click Control V in my thing and do add everyone with my stream thing. You are currently muted. Holy God, hold on. Oh my heavens. Oh. Whoa! Uh-oh! Uh-oh, right? This is bad to do the vape thing, but you gotta admit, this shit is fucking like, they're getting advanced with this shit. This shit, it comes apart. This is a battery, and this thing has like a super, so this one's even worse than before. It has 2 fucking lithium batteries. Lithium ion batteries, has 2 of them. The blue tongue is from methylene blue, which is a textile dye from the whatever hundreds that now suddenly everyone's taking because it's apparently good for you. So I can take this into work, for example, and keep on hitting it throughout the day, and then once I get back out to the car during break, you slap it on here and it starts charging the shits. And also, this is the only vape I've ever seen that's a disposable that has the little like, you never can see the liquid usually. It's usually inside on some cotton shit, like, either way. I'm sorry, I'll stop talking. But this is, you know, it's incredible what China's doing to us. They're probably putting the worst fucked up chemicals in that shit ever, because they know that they got like 40% of our youth hooked on these things, and each one of them come from China. That's the easiest way in the world to fucking like
could it be as bad as the American diet though?
And that's the fun part.
My aunt got a green one of those. That's like bigger.
Thing. This one, she's got one of these, but bigger. Maybe she's just got tinier hands. I don't think they got multiple sizes.
It's bigger. It's bigger.
Really? Look. Uh-oh! Uh-oh, right? Look at this. I got, I'll show you guys, I said, whenever I start the stream, I'll show you guys what drugs I'm taking for this live stream. I have a list. And I'll show you what drugs I have a full, I write it down. I got AI to help me out. I couldn't think of it, I couldn't figure it out myself, obviously. I couldn't figure out what, shit. You expect me to know what drugs to take? So it came up with it. It came up with, I helped it along. Either way, I'll show you guys real quick what the drugs are. Downloads. The Drinking Protocol 2.0 PDF. I hate the word I hate being online, and it's Twitter. When you hear PDF, you think pedophile now. You can't even hear the fucking format name of PDF. I can anyways, because I'm on Twitter. And I think people that have heard, that if they heard me say any of these things where it's like you can't say, they're like, I think that's a you problem. Like, I don't think that when I hear that, and I'm like, I would not expect anyone to think that if they heard any of this. It's being on fucking Twitter, and it's at the tip, and I understand Twitter going on about it. We're coming to terms with all this shit. The Epstein shit, all this shit, it's making everyone just be focused on this, and it's and we're like, it's good that we're all fucked up over it. It's good, and we're having to deal with it. We're having to confront it in some way or another, and that's
one of my teachers was a PDF.
it was a man. How old was he, and what did he do, and how did he get found out? What age group did he teach? Oh my god.
Like 3rd grade.
Oh, have mercy, Lord God, dude. I've known a fucking an animal fucker that would work at fucking like PetSmart. I won't get into that. I don't want people to But I would know that I'm like, and I didn't know that they did that. But after the fact, I'm like, oh my god, it's true. They find out like where their prey are, and they fucking go and do that. And so it's like fucking pedophile. They go to fucking teach schools, and dude. Ah!
And then this year, one of the IT guys got arrested while in school.
So that was 3rd grade. Do you have a school that's like kindergarten through 12th grade, or like are you in an elementary, middle school, or how do you? Or was that in like your schools?
All the schools are like away from each other. So it goes elementary is kindergarten to 2nd grade, and then we have intermediate, which is 3rd to 5th, and then middle school is 6th to 8th, and then high school is 9th to 12th.
Yeah. Yeah, when I lived in Kentucky when I first grew up, and that was kindergarten through 12th grade, and the whole school had like 208 people in it. And then I moved up to Indiana, and it was like I went to a school that was 7th, 8th grade, and that had like thousands of people in it, and then 8th to 12th, or like 9th to 12th, and that had like thousands more people in it, and each one was like a different building. Yeah, that shit was crazy. But yeah, whenever I was growing up, it was all one building. So you just hear it over being told across all the schools. You're like, oh my god, the whatever center. What do they call it? The center. That shit had a fuck man in there that was fucking him. Did he fuck him, or like what did he do? Oh god, dude.
Both of them had stuff on their hard drives.
In the school?
Yeah.
That is so. Oh my god! Imagine how many people have shit that's not even. Oh my god. Do they want it?
Hold on,
I don't even understand how that makes sense. Like, it feels like people would want to get caught if they just have their shit on their fucking. Show it! Stop! Oh my god! I need to click this fucking thing.
I'm trying to find the thing of the dude, the IT guy.
Let me go get some more water real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah, go and do that and tell me about it once you get back. All right, Ziva, if you're still there, I'll figure out. Hello, Ziva boy, hello, Liam. Oh yeah, you're in the Discord. I need to click over here. Look at all this. Oh, have mercy. Wait, King Kevin is here. Lee Voice. Oh my god, somebody that you have muted just joined, and it's my own server and my own voice channel, and it's like, do you want to leave so you don't get scared by this man? And I'm like, no, I think I'm strong enough. I can stay here. It's like, are you sure? Are you sure? And Ziva's here. Where's Ziva? I gotta unmute that fuck man. Ziva! Let me type it into chat. So, Fine Time Foxy, can you tell me something you feel about something? Or something other?
I feel yes.
You're gay, dude.
I feel good.
Why are you lying about being gay? What's wrong with being gay?
I didn't even say anything about being gay, jeez.
You are literally an autistic gay dude. Why are you lying about that?
I'm not gay though.
Okay, Mom. All right.
Stop.
All right. If you want to keep lying about being gay and
I'm not
autistic,
gay.
you told the truth about being autistic. You're just still lying about being gay.
Wait, what happened while I was gone?
I asked Funtime Foxy after hearing his voice for approximately 3 seconds long when he first talked.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, so let me guess. You are a retarded fat, and I'm sorry for saying these words. I don't think anything's wrong with being gay or retarded, but and then I got more specific, and I said you are gay or bisexual, and you're autistic. I got more specific with it. And then he's like, I am autistic. I am autistic. I am not gay. And that's a fucking lie. You can hear it in his... You're called Funtime Foxy, and you're talking like, there's nothing wrong with being gay. Don't feel bad about who you are.
I'm not gay, though.
Somebody get this gay guy. Somebody get him. Somebody grab him. Can somebody grab this guy?
That sounds gay.
Oh,
being gay.
God. So I timed him out. I think it just ended itself. I timed him out, but it's not timed out. Okay, we're good. We're fine. Everything's okay, right?
Oh no, I
Hendrik.
just killed my piece.
Yo, it's
Kenj, I found the photo of the dude.
All right, send it in the Discord thing. Don't send anything bad, so I can show it on the.
I sent it to your. I sent it to your DMs. Here, I'll send it to the Discord.
Well, I
Yo,
guess
you
he's
wanna
a
see me?
fucking.
See
He's a. So I was about to say protect the guy's, identity. Like, let's not do that. But also, he's a pedophile, so actually it doesn't matter.
I don't think.
So I'm like, well, wait a minute.
This
He's
is
a pedophile, so most of
is
it's
me.
all right. I'm looking at this friends list. I don't see. Wait, you're Sayo. Okay, there we go. Sayo. I need answers. Someone. Dude, that is the most IT looking pedophile, dude. That is insane how much of a IT pedophile he looks like. That is insane. Holy God. Hon, I'll show it real quick for the. Oh, not that. Don't look at that.
I don't
right
think the
here.
stream is even caught up. It looks like it's lagging.
Ooh, 15-second calcium scrub. I could think about a calcium scrub, right? Network error?
Yeah, it looks like it's happening on all the streams.
Oh God, am I getting fucking banned as shit? Am I getting killed to death? Oh,
I should have talked about the drug list. Oh no.
Oh yeah, I haven't even shown it, by the way. I haven't even shown the drug list. Oh, I'm upset now.
You just say the word and they're mad at you. That's... Wow.
It's because of the drugs he did.
There's no illegal drugs on the list. I wouldn't show it, I can talk about drugs, but I would not put it into print. I would not put it into print, the illegal drugs I've done. I would talk about it, not put it into print. That's ridiculous. Don't be ridiculous.
What have you done?
I'll show it. It's multiple. Start streaming on Twitch, start streaming on Rumble.
Rumble? What's Rumble?
Shut your fucking bitch ass up, dude. I already told you. Were you not here actually when I was saying all that? Huh?
Totally not. Nope.
Okay, so this is just you're trying to do a cute little troll. What's it called when you troll a guy?
Nope.
Flip farm.
Okay, faggot. Okay. You get it?
Well, can somebody hold on? Get his information. Somebody kill him. Remember me says Normal God. His name is Normal God, and hold on. I remember Normal God. No. Hold on. Somebody hold on. I'll point this flash. Hold on. I called the fan a flashlight. They both start with F. They're both devices that push things. Would that be called pushing? Hold on, let me open up. Valley Boy Living is here. I'm getting excited now. I'm getting pumped up. We got Normal God here, Valley Boy Living.
I'm not here.
Well, I'm getting a little bit excited. And now let me open up the drug list. This is the Drinking Protocol 2.0. This is the I talked with AI one-on-one. and I said I need to make a preload, a during load, and post load of supplements and other things you can take, because I would drink to do a live stream, and then I would end up drinking too much and forgetting after a certain point, and then I would be like, okay, well that's a sin right there. If you forget, you forget a moment, like I'm like, then it's totally for nothing. It's for nothing. Unless this was making me money, then there would be another thing to play in there, and I'd be like, well, then I would be able to, you could come up with excuses. But right now, it's, well, I'll show the list so you guys can start looking at it. Well, I'll not use the VR. I need to close vrchat. That's the thing that's lagging the most right now. Let me close this thing. I'm going to reopen it. It'll take 2 minutes to open, and I'll have the screen on this list. And it's opening in the background, and I'll play it right away. Right away. So this is the list. This is the pre-drinking. And it's so fun to get ChatGPT to fucking come up with shit that's, like, not good. Like, this is good for, like, I'm like, I need to be able to, because I would end up drinking, and then I would be at a certain point during the live stream where I couldn't think of simple words. Obvious words. It's making me talk so much quicker, so much more, and so much more dense of a vocabulary. But every once in a while, I'd get to a word that's the most obvious fucking thing ever, and I just can't remember it. And I'm like, I need working memory, so I can join back up whenever I tell a thing, and it makes me think about this, and I need to wrap around and then join back. I need that shit to increase. Do deep research. Deep research on everything that could ever do it, and all things that have been tested with alcohol, everything that could make me not feel the real bad the next day. But mostly, I can feel bad the next day. Even worse if these things do it. I need you to zoom. The most bad is to be able to think while I'm fucking and remember and recall with memory. And so this is the biggest one right here. PRL-8-53. Like, what the fuck? Who the fuck is that? You know what I'm talking about? None of this makes any sense. This is,
where's it come from?
It's all most of these are like so like B complex isn't, electrolyte water isn't, magnesium isn't, MCT isn't. All those are like natural things. Vitamin C. I think NAC even is natural, maybe. But that's like a real common thing you can take. So a lot of these I have like in powder form. So this is like NAC, N-acetyl L-cysteine or whatever, and then L-theanine, like powders, powder. And then I just got this from this website. Most of the shit on this website, Umbrella Labs, were like the shit steroids, like fucking research chemical steroids, and so I don't take any of those. I've thought about it. Like I would just want to take a smidgen. Like literally, if people, like the lowest people ever take is like this amount, I would want to take like 1/10 of that, because I am so, dude, I'd rather have no muscles, at like the skinniest ass arms, this skinny, you know, like that's the most I would ever want. Even if it went down like to here, I would be fine if I looked super fucking skinny, as long as I didn't ever fucking have that huge ass barrel chest that these fuckers have. Like Joe Rogan, Elon Musk, these, like, it just, they look super like normal dudes back in the day. They look like normal ass guys, and then suddenly now they're fucking like huge ass dude. I would kill myself if I looked like that. That is so fucked up. Dude, that is so fucked up looking. God damn, that would be upsetting, man. That huge ass fuck. So I don't care about no getting muscles. It'd be fun, just a smidgen, because apparently you can take it and not have to work out at all and actually grow more muscles than it would if you did a little bit of workout or whatever. You can just sit in a chair, which is cool. So I have anti-racetam. These are part of the racetam families. These are all things that came out of initially Russia, and they're all fake. They're synthetic things, and they're not illegal, but United States has made them where you can't sell them on websites and it's hard to find them. So the first one was piracetam. Then they made an adjustment to that, made aniracetam, pramiracetam, all these fucking different variations. And they do have, all of them seem to touch acetylcholine, which is within the production of dopamine, and within your, acetylcholine must be available for all synapses at all times. And it's a neurotransmitter, or I don't know if it's the direct neurotransmitter or something that needs to be in the process of creating the next neurotransmitter, but it helps your memory. It helps your ability to recall. People say it's an they call it an anxiolytic. I think like an anti-anxiety, an antidepressive. Shit. So aniracetam is that. Upep is something like that. It's not the racetam family. CDP choline is a source of acetylcholine. So every time you start to take an aniracetam or whatever, you need to load up with the choline source. This one right here is something magic I would have never heard of unless it told me about it. DHM. Apparently this right here, it actually makes you not have a hangover at all. Like people take, I don't even know what the fuck. I did look it up. I forget what it said all about it, but it makes the GABAergic, I guess that would be GABAergic. The GABA type effects of it less, but then after the next day you don't have as much of a whatever. This one right here is a little weird though. It's the one thing I never have seen or heard about ever. So we got, every time you look up these things, if you look up piracetam, aniracetam, all those things, before it would be all kinds of Reddit posts, all kinds of fucking things of like actual communities talking about these things, because these are all called nootropics. They're supplements, but the specific type is called nootropics. 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 Things that help your brain think better. And so before it would be all kinds of communities talking about these nootropics, and it would be fantastic. It'd just be a great place. Now you can tell that they were like demonized for some reason, because now when you look it up, it does what all the other drugs do that are actually illegal. The only websites it shows is Wikipedia, fucking, this website's always the second or third, whatever the fuck. It's the National Institute of whatever the fuck, Health, NIH. It always shows, either way. But this is an unknown enough chemical. It was on Umbrella Labs, this website. Either way, I'll just show you the rest of the drugs. No one cares about this one. Now that you guys know that it's not actually anything to do with drugs, it doesn't matter anymore. So now we got Alcar's, the only thing during it that's different from the rest. Acetyl L-carnitine, something that also has something to do with acetylcholine usage or production. There's a different racetam here, and it does have an actual complete different mechanism than the other ones, which is interesting, which is nephiracetam and aniracetam. See what I'm talking about? No one can listen. Each time electrolytes at the end of it, NAC, vitamin C, magnesium, L-theanine, glycine, ashwagandha, CDP, B-choline, and ibuprofen, it says. Take a little bit of fucking some Advil, and that'll help you out. And so I told it, tell me the half-life, which is the measurement of how much of this, how long does it last in your system. A half-life is, at this amount of time, 3 hours after you took chloroacetam, half of it, on average, is going to be out of your system. And so that's the the life of the half. Whenever half of it's going to be gone. And so around that time, like, so double that, and it can give you a rough estimate. It doesn't, it's more of a graph like this, where, it doesn't do exactly 8 either way. I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you guys. Hold on, let's look. During drinking, which ones do I need to take now? Alcar? Let's take a little bit of Alcar. Adderall? I don't have Adderall. That one's illegal. No, I actually do legally have Adderall. That's something, dude. I was so blessed to get that, because I do agree now that it's not real. Even though I would fit the description of having, what's it called? What's it called, the thing you need to have to get Adderall?
I don't know.
A license?
No. The thing, what you have, like the ailment. you have if you're prescribed it. You have, it's like 3 or 4 letters. It's ADHD. ADHD, I would technically fit under the description of what that is, but I don't think it's real. Like, I don't think it, like, we're giving all these kids all the shit that's like real bad. We know real bad for all of these kids is the shit that we it's hard to get, but that shit they immediately just hand it out like candy to kids if they can't sit down. It's mostly
dopamine tolerance, isn't it?
It's Adderall is literally amphetamine, and meth is methamphetamine. It's a one. I think it's a carbon group that, or like literally just one atom of carb. I can ask AI that to make sure, but it's just the structure is so similar. It's like serotonin and melatonin, basically the same structure, but just a little different. Same as DMT is the same as serotonin, that whole group. And so dopamine, like Adderall is not the same as dopamine. It's something that releases all the dopamine held within your synapses, and it just makes it all kind of release. And so you have a flood of dopamine in the brain, and it feels real. It makes your brain quicker. And people that are like constantly like distracted and shit, it does make you focus and be able to follow one train of thought better. It does work. It does work. And if you want a population of children that go to school and sit the fuck down and don't move, like sit the fuck down, don't talk, don't do anything other than sit there and learn how to be a good little employee for whenever you come. Don't think. We don't want you to think. And so it's real good at doing that. Dude, I know, like, my son has a friend, like, he has a friend, though, that is, like, he's the same, the dude is the same age as him, the child, and he takes, like, he's given Adderall, because he come and he's, like, freaking out, he's like, and freaking out, and then she's like, the mother's like, uh-oh, hold on, let me give him some fucking Adderall so I can calm him down. It's insane, dude. These poor kids, dude, they're like, hold on, let's give him, he's not able to sit in a chair where an animal that wants to go out into the wild and explore and do shit, he's not sitting in this chair. Hold on, let's fucking pump him, let's give him this drug and make him have tons of dopamine. So he's like, and dude, oh my god, dude, I was almost one of those kids. Like they were talking to my mom about like they were having trouble with me at school, and like they're like, you know, something's wrong. And then once I won't get into the whole story, but I was in a place, I lived in a whatever it's called. I'll stop. Yeah, I think you're right. I'm so sorry. But I found Adderall in the drawer. I took a little bit of it, and suddenly I felt okay. I was having such problems for so long, and I'm like, oh my god, I have ADHD. That's it. I didn't know what Adderall was. I didn't know it was that close to methamphetamine. I didn't know it was. I just knew it was the study drug, the thing that a lot of people that study or school. I didn't know what the fuck anything was, and so I felt so fucking good, and so I made it my mission, and I kept going and meeting new doctors to get them to prescribe me it. And dude, I didn't know that it was a drug that everyone tried to get. So like, as soon as I would show up and start talking like this, all the doctors, reasonably so, would be like, okay, we got a drug addict coming in here, and he's like, please, I need it. You know, I wasn't saying that. I would just tell him all the symptoms that I would read about ADHD once I got in there, and they're like, okay, you know, like, okay, all right. And but I ended up finding a doctor that gave it to me, and it's a crazy blessing to be on the other side. I would look at people talking in forums and shit that had access to any of these things, and I would get so fucking pissed. I would be like, oh my god, you stupid cunts, dude. You stupid fuck asses. I would call them. Look at this, RGPU-95. There's one called phenylpiracetam. That's the strongest of the racetams. This one's stronger than that by times 100. Holy God, dude. You take a little bit of this. I remember the last time I had this, it's such a small amount. Look at this little spoon they give you. Because all these supplements, they give you little spoons. And like it's supposed to be like if you put a little, get a little bit of that, that's supposed to be exactly like 40 or 50, whatever the fuck milligrams. But good God, look at this tiny little spoon. Oh, it's just a pinpoint little dot. Look how, oh God, it's so tiny. You get a little thing of that and you can just go, and yeah, it's a little, hold on. Insufflation. You insufflate it. Instead of like breaking it down to a million billion parts and like inhaling it as a mist, instead it goes in big blobs and it still just sticks onto the side of your wet lungs and then it absorbs into them. And that's how snorting works. It's not good, but if you have a tiny little bit. So I did get into some drug talk. I got into some drug I didn't want to disappoint you guys by being like, oh, it's all fucking vitamin C. It's technically a drug. I didn't want to be like that, so I did get into some drug talk. I'll get into a video game now. I'm so sorry about all this, you guys. Let me just kill myself real quick. Oh yeah, electrolyte water. We got electrolyte. Pills. Pill's a bad word. You can't say pill.
I think your stream crashed again.
Okay, man. Well, just can you fucking keep it to yourself next time? Actually, no. I'm sorry. Hold on, let me. Ooh. God, my lips are dry as hell, falling apart, man. Oh, that is fucked up. Oh my God. I'm chewing up my lip skin. So let's cancel this. Let's get out of here. Let me hum. I did a little voice tremble. I need to not get so scared anymore. Save Gaza. Save. I've talked so much about the Jews, but I realized I never said out loud that I support the Gazans and the whatever the other word for them is. Who fucking cares? They all look alike anyways. Can you imagine? Like a guy that like wants to wants to save, and then he's like racist again. That could be funny, right? I think so, at least. I think that could be a little bit funny. No, but that is what do they call the fucking Holocaust? A fucking where they killed the whole race. They tried to exterminate them all. I think they're doing that all over again. I think. Or they're doing that for the first time in relation to. Thank you for making such a loud sound. I think I would have gotten banned for that little bit. I think everything lines up perfectly. I would have gotten banned if YouTube heard me say all that fully. Everything just lines up. So thank you for that. I do appreciate it. Oh! Ooh! Oh shit, I need to show the thing for the game. Display capture, let's kill that one and then die. Are we allowed to die? Wait, is God real? Can we do that? Hold on, is God real right now? Can we do that? Is God real right now? Sorry. Is that allowed? Someone say something real quick. Is God allowed real quick?
What?
Alright. Can somebody help? Is God alive real quick? Can somebody help me?
No.
Is that allowed real quick? Is God real? Is that allowed?
Maybe.
Who said? Is that okay?
No. Yes.
Great. I think I'm gonna go to sleep now. Good night.
You better, brother. You gotta get up for school in how long? Where do you live? Tell me your address. Where are you at?
Yeah, I live in What's a country? Certain country name. Yeah.
Ah!
Hendrik, didn't I send you my address one time?
Listen, brother, you can't expect me to remember something like that. That is outrageous. Fight Night Freddy Gaming and More says something. Blue Tongue. We got Methylene Blue. Look at this. I think I do need to go and get, like, not braces, but whatever their new technology of plastic thing is. This little tooth right here needs to go back behind the rest of them. That's the only thing. This little tooth right here needs to go back behind it. Because whenever, at the corner, it looks a little too fucked up. They're a little spread out here. I'm fine
Josh
with
Lewism says.
the shapes of them,
Hi,
having little
Kendrick.
pointy versions and little rounded versions. I'm fine with them not all being like, and I wouldn't even like it, I don't think, if they're all super flat, perpendicular, perfect little square teeth. You know, I kind of like that they're a little, you know, out there about it. But wait, say hi, Kendrick. Oh yeah, so we do have the thing on. Anyone can type in exclamation point, say space, and then say the shit. They can say the shit, and it will whisper it into my ears, which I do enjoy. So I encourage everybody.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah, I used to use 11 Labs, the website. I would pay $5 a month, but then I'm like, I stopped paying $5 a month. And instead, I use this free inbuilt thing in this comment thing, the little comment thing. That puts the comments up here, and there's a built-in one that has a woman's name, and I just happen to click on a huge list, and she just whispers everything she says. It takes a lot longer to say the thing after it. Hold on, A25, your guys' names might not be on there. I have to like add your names. Oh God! A25. I remember
Burp
A25.
so loud.
Dude.
Yeah, that's me.
I remember A25, of course, dude. That's crazy. It's been a while since I've seen A25. Listen, I hear too many names. I hear too many voices. I can't remember no voice. You're Sayo? See, look, I would have never known A25 is Sayo. If I would have teleported back in time and seen when that all happened, I would have been like, oh, right. Okay, I remember that one. I don't remember none of all that. On A25, I remember what I'm doing now. Hello? Sorry, links and settings, scroll down. Sorry. Get a little scared sometimes. Manage blocked users, host, whatever the fuck else. VIPs. So I'm going to type A25 and say you're on the YouTube app. Look at all that. Add. Cowardly Monkey, you're already on there. Fight Night Freddy, Gaming and More, I'll add you on there. Copy. Paste. You're on the YouTube app. Add. Oh God, I'm getting upset again. Josh Lewism, I've had him added. Share. Well, I'll just do that real quick. Who said that? You said same about a chair? Do you even know what the heck you're talking about, buddy? Do you know what the...
Damn.
Oh my God, I have so many people added. I'm so excited. Imagine
Oh
all these
my
people joined and
goodness.
they all said some shit in chat. And it whispers, so you can. I want to see you guys experiment, and it's like super personal. It's right in my ear, dude. It's very much inside of my ear, a bitch whispering, and it's very loud the way it happens, and it does make me get excited actually. So I would like for you guys to test it out. Exclamation point say, then space, and whatever you need to say about it. Okay, I need to do OVR toolkit. Open that up.
Says, did he?
Why did it moan it?
Exactly, dude. It's fantastic. And there's no even settings on this. It's just a woman's name's voice. Everything she says is a whisper for some reason, and it does it like that. And it's made all here homegrown on my PC. I didn't know AI. Probably uses AI, but it's super simple enough to at least it works on my PC. And it's a little whisper. I like it. No! I do enjoy it though. Say, look in general. Okay, general chat. Hold on. Hold on. So I have the YouTube chat open, Twitch and Rumble chat open. Let me open up OVR Toolkit once more. Imagine if I got a little bit scared about it, and I was like,
825 says, look in general.
Looking, hold on, I'll look. Oh my god, here's this fucking pedophile once more. Say yo. Oh my god. General chat. Oh, I need to stop showing my video on here. I can still keep you guys in the chat, though. But I won't share the screen since I'm already sharing the screen over there, though. That could have been a reason that it was happening. Whoever was saying the shit was going laggy, that was the fucking reason most likely. It was like, we need to do Discord the quickest. And not stream to the other sites as quick.
Valid boiler.
That's the teacher? Dude, that is, dude, why is it's always that? It's like a super ugly fat dude or like the serial killer. That's one joke I've always been, you know, I wouldn't care what anyone says about me, but like
that was my friend's dad.
But I understand whenever, dude, that's crazy. I'll ask I'll finish what I'm saying, but I understand that I do resemble like the typical serial killer type look or the school shooter type look, just because it's like one of those, it's just a white dude that has like a very straight type of, you know, I don't know, angular maybe type or like straight. It's like a fucking like a snake type of fucking like a, I don't know, but I'm like, right, it does it, you know, and it's always that, it's always a fat like nasty looking fuck or a very sinister looking like devil man, you know. And dude, I whenever I used to talk through all this shit, I would be like, for a while there I was like trying to understand why all this was happening. I never explained that though, so all people heard me saying was like,
FNAF gaming.
Well, it makes sense maybe why you would want to have sex with a younger person, because that's how we were whenever we were animals, and you would look at something that was and it would be like around 13 type years old whenever people would be able to be fertile, and that would just be when that would happen. So I understand why I get, and people like, I understand people heard that and are like, why are you talking about that at all? Like why do you, I was freaking, I still am, about what is evil, what's happening here, what the fuck is going on here. Something is evil but I'm like, okay, it makes sense to a point. Like if you're just like, you date a 16 like or something, I still think it's wrong, and I think it's good that we have the 18-year-old just cut off line. I think that's good, and I think it's wrong and they should be punished, yes. But I just understand why that happens. I can understand technically why it happens. But then whenever it gets to the point of like very young, like crazy, and then the fucked up stories you hear of like just blood ritual torture fuck parties, dude, and all that shit sounds insane and just ridiculous. Like that would never happen, but apparently
something like that happened at our school.
Oh my god, dude!
Where's your
school? What state at least? Like
Pennsylvania.
Was it built over like a some kind of devil den, like some kind of devil wherever they were burying devils?
No, but there was like 3 kids who got arrested for making a bomb, and they were planning to blow the school up. Which I mean, so I sometimes I wish they succeeded.
Dude, that's the funniest thing that's a thing for all kids. Like I would sit there in school like fantasizing about like what I would do if a shooting started to happen, and I'd be the one to fucking get out of here. or like, you know, save the day. I'd kill. They couldn't get me. Or he would look at me and just be like, even though I never talked to anyone, he would be like, oh wait, that's a real nigga. I know a real nigga when I see one. And he'd be like, real sees real, real respects real. And he'd be like, I'm not gonna shoot that guy. That's what I'd be, to fantasize in my head. I would be like, that's what would happen. Yes, and then I'd go outside and a guy would see me out on the road and he'd pull over and be like, I just saw you from back there and I think you're just such a good and cool guy. Here's $100 billion. Here's $100.
And then this year, our school caught on fire and we had to go wait outside in the parking lot.
What did your friend's dad do? What did he do?
I don't even know. He was like a high school gym teacher, I think. I'd have to look at the article.
And it's all in one fucking like early school district. Like, it's all like, yeah. That's so weird. Like, maybe I'm just not paying attention to as many things going on. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Why is it not fucking, hold on. Whoa!
Well, the high school is like a few miles away from the intermediate. Or the high school.
Intermediary?
No, the elementary. The elementary is like a couple miles.
The middle school is, or the high school is, they're a little bit away from the other thing. For me, at least, yeah, the middle school was right next to the high school. Like, you go to the same parking lot even, I think. But the buildings were separated.
The elementary and the high school are connected, but then the intermediate is right down the road.
Intermediate? Are you like not in America? What do you call it? The intermediate? I am. Okay. I was like, that sounds like what they called over in whatever the fuck land.
Because we have 4 schools. We have the elementary, intermediate, and then middle and high school.
Crash detected. I can click OK.
And then right behind the high school is Lockheed Martin. So we keep going on lockdowns because stuff keeps happening over there.
What would be happening at a big place like that? Like it would all have to be like shit that was already gonna be known about. Like they're testing something and like it goes wrong, or like maybe they just knew they were gonna have to cancel the school in case it might have gone wrong. It's a weird. That's crazy that you're that close to a place like that. But they usually don't test shit out there. Like when they're well, it would be the smartest thing to do to have a testing range right next to where you're building. But it seems like they would never do that.
Look in general. That's how close it is.
Do you have a picture or something, or you're saying it? That's just how close it is. Is they would have to close this down.
It's a Google Maps photo.
Ooh, let me take a pic. Take a look at the pic. Tennis courts, Valley View, and then there's Martin in the very lower left-hand corner. Oh, now here's okay, there's the zoomed in. Okay, yeah, that's the. What would be happening in there? That's fucking weird. How would they even have a problem in there? Did it have a big fence around it at least? Is that a big fence that I see?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's weird. Dude, what I like to think about... Dude, it's crazy that there's actually a fucking huge network of tunnels under the... And which makes sense. Which is obvious. As soon as there's about to be all these nukes flying back and forth, that's the obvious thing to do, is put it all underground. And you hear about... They say this openly about North Korea and China, all these places where they build deep underground and make huge bases underground. And they've told us about some of these that are like, they admit there's continuity of government locations that are like underneath huge, like the Cheyenne Mountains in like Colorado or whatever, which it feels like they just picked because they looked at the entire continent and they just picked the middle. And it's like, we're real lucky because they'd have to send things so far over the fucking whatever, the coasts to get to the Midland. And so, yeah, we're pretty protected, which is really good. But dude, there's stories like they have things 2,000 feet underground. Hold on, let me look up how many miles is or how many feet is a mile. Isn't that around like, isn't it like 2,000 or 4,000? How many is a mile? Hold on, how many feet is mile? How many mile is? I'm on it. No, I typed it right. It says 1 foot equals. Flip it. Flip it. Mile. Foot. Okay, it's 5,000. Okay. So yeah, 4,000. Right around that. 2,000 feet, and then they started having 4,000 feet things, and that was typical. And there's a video that just goes into this in such fucking detail because it's all secret, but all these companies have to do deals with the government. And back into the 50s, we had huge companies that were making tons of money that were specifically engineering the capacity to create maglev trains, like levitation trains using magnetic and whatever the superconductor, the shit you see that they have in fucking China or whatever, all these Asian countries, and it's like, that is so crazy that we don't have those. We have nothing like that. Our shit is all fucked up, and it's insane when you think, no, it does actually make. We are the ones that always get the shit first, but it all happened underground, and people have released like things like maps of, and it's insane the distances, like, because we're in such a big country, so it's like from Colorado all the way over to like fucking California, underground, like 4,000 feet underground. They've dug a whole thing like that, and they've made maglev trains across that. There's no way to know this for sure, but it seems like that's what's, and tons of people, it's like, how would they keep this shit secret? And it's a huge telltale, it's a sign that like, apparently they can keep all this shit secret. Apparently, like, the fucking Epstein shit came out, and there were tons of people that would like talk about, they have a fucking island, they go out there, they send all the kids, and they, you know, like, and you would think that person's crazy. So it was technically getting out. All these different things were always getting out, but it was just by a little group of people, and everyone would just think it's stupid. And so it got out a ton of times that people would, you know, they would never know the full scope of these underground complexes, but they would have to go to this location because they're in the military, and then they would end up telling some kind of reporter, and they'd be like, I went down a fucking elevator that was so far down, I have no idea how long like how deep it was, and then I took a train that was going so fast it made me feel like it made me reminded of my fear of flying, like how fast the planes go whenever you're flying up in the, and it was like, so it's so funny to think that, like, technically you could say we have the longest set and like installed and currently running set of maglev train tracks system that's ever been developed and is still running in the world. Even though it's always talked about like China has so many and Japan has so many and shit, but it's so fucking silly how much apparently is going on where they're putting all their fucking top technology down underground. And now the last thing we heard was 1980s, 8,000 feet underground, because they're constantly, and people like have come out and said, I went to one location, it was 8,000 feet, and down there they keep weapons that are stronger than fucking nukes. You know, like shit, like people, a Canadian prime minister type person within the military though commented on, we have a system, or we have a program that was reverse engineering downed spacecraft, like alien spacecraft, and he's like, it's more guarded and coveted than the H-bomb program. Like it's more secretive than that, and the weapons are that much more insane, and it's obvious that something has to be happening. We made fucking nukes back in the 40s, and like the planes were everything, and nothing's happened since then. Shit has to have been happening. Obviously shit's been happening, but it's just like, what does physics allow for? If we are able to warp gravity as the thing itself, then yeah, you could make yourself fall towards a thing constantly, and technically you would not be traveling faster than the speed of light. You could make yourself relative to other things go faster than the speed of light because you're not going faster than anything through space. You're in space and you're falling through. You're whatever. So technically you could be going faster than the speed of light, and that would explain all the way. But the alien thing is so silly, dude. I think it's happening. I don't know what it is. It's like, did we catch them just happenstance? Something that's 2,000 years more advanced, or 1,500 years more advanced than us. Because, like, we're going to get so fucking advanced based off of this AI shit. Technically, we could have these weird half machine, half human, like, organic bodies that look like a alien thing. In 500 years, I guarantee we could have that if we're brought along for the ride. So it's like, but if it was more likely 1 million, 500 million, like some crazy amount past or whatever, then these things would be able to have like a 1 by 1 centimeter cube on the moon and be able to scan where everything is at on our fucking planet. Just as a dramatic, exaggerated example, they would not need to fucking fly their little things down and pick us up and do little tests on us to know anything about us. But I think that is happening. There's so many people that have said that shit that I think it actually is happening. So what's the reason? I think I don't know. Whatever it is, it's for the purpose of us to experience it. And it's like, people are like, how could they do this? They're supposed to be more advanced than us, more aware than us, and they come in and they use us and they fucking, like, what's the lesson here? And it's like, well, that right now and still, like, we're going out and we take animals out of their thing, and they would experience the same shit if you're like going and tagging a thing and taking their fluids and measuring their shit. We would do the exact same shit to them, which is, maybe it's not bad and it's not good either. Like, who knows? But it's clear. It's like, this is not them. Whatever these alien things are, maybe it is. Maybe they just happen to be 500 years more advanced than us. Whatever's happening, it seems like they're purposefully having us experience all this shit for some reason. I don't know why. And then it's like, how do they crash their ships if they came from 1 billion light years away and they just crash because the fucking weather got to, like, what is that has to have been happening on purpose too for some reason. Because a lot of these are said to have just been found sitting there, like not crashed or anything. So it's like they're giving it to us. And like the first ones that were crashed, Roswell was said to have all the aliens died except for one. And it's real weird, all the shit that goes on in the stories with what that alive alien ended up saying. There's so many different stories, which is probably to throw off. All of this could be fake. I don't know. But all these stories are like told to throw off our public, which in turn throws off all of our enemies. Like, so they have no idea which story is right or whatever, because they put out all these stories and shit. Or they tell like 90% of it is true, but there's a little bit in there that's fake. And then if someone tells that, they tell a different fake thing for each person they tell. And so if they tell the story to someone else, they can track it. They can be like, okay, this one, the only person we told that fake thing to is this person. So we can track it back to that fucking person. They have all this thought out. They've been doing this for years and years and years, purposefully figuring out how to control people's minds, convince them of fucking falsehoods. And but I think something's happening. The aliens are real. God help us. Hello, God. That must be so cool. Like, I don't know, man. It would obviously be scary, but that would have to be a little bit cool. I would say that must be a little bit cool. But imagine if it's real. Suddenly imagine that's real. You wake up and you're looking in your room. It's dark. It's night. And you look and you see the tiny little 4 to 5 foot gray alien with the big eyes just standing at you motionless. And there's like 3 of them in the room. And usually they're always described as, they don't walk when they're floating. Like, they float in your room. They kind of just float around. Sorry, hold on. Let me put this shit on I'm going to put my head is way too hot. So I can put this little earbud thing in here. My hair is too long. I'll keep that little hat off my head. And then I can put these earbuds in my ears. Oh! Way too much hair, dude. God, that's fucked up. It's all in my face, dude. Jesus Christ. Oh, I don't like that at all. Well, let me grab my phone. We'll play the game now. How many hours has it been? I think I started streaming at like 10, maybe?
Yeah, 10:03.
Oh my god. So not as long as I thought, actually. So maybe the shit that I've been taking, a lot of these things showed up like 2 days ago. So I haven't ever tried them. A lot of these things I've done before while drinking to ensure that I keep my memory up, and it seems to be working. But also I don't know if I've drank as much as the other times. Have mercy though. Okay, so we're gonna turn it down to 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Fan speed 100%. Look at all this. Oh my god. Oh, have mercy. Technically what?
Would that technically be leaking my address?
The thing of the teacher?
No, the other one.
Should I not pull it up or is it showing on the screen? Okay, no, I haven't showed it on here yet, but you put it in this public. That's where I sleep. Yeah. Someone could find that most definitely. Like they could copy that. I think you can even put it into just AI. I remember some AI was able to do that and they would put it in. I have a fucking huge thing on my window too, an AC on my window. Which I need to remember to fucking, they said send it back because it apparently makes mold in it. So I can, and I'm gonna try to get money back from them. So you can either choose to send in a repair kit where you would drill a little hole in the back of it to let the water drip out of it, because apparently there's a pool of water that forms in the back. And so it'd be a simple thing if you want to do that, or you could get someone to come and repair it and they would pay for that. I think if you have someone around you that would be able to do it. Or you can send it back or destroy it. Like if you want a refund on it, they said you have to show proof that you destroyed it, or else. So you just have to send a picture of the product with the wire cut, which is such a funny thing. It's like, make sure you and nobody else can ever have that. Like, make sure you can't have it, and then you'll get your money back. But I know I could just take a picture of it with the Photoshop, select over the wire and say make the wire look cut, and then I don't know how. This is a Chinese company. I don't know how serious they're gonna check this. If all these thousands of people, I don't know, but I'll be sure not to have it saved with the Photoshop, metadata or whatever. I could send it to them. I would have to figure out what the inside of the wire looks like, or I could just have it to where the plastic faces away from the screen like that, and I'll still have it in my wall, in my window, and I'll say in the thing like, I'm not gonna take this out of my window until I have a replacement to put in there. I'm not going to do all that work just to get another one and have to do all the thing. So I feel like I could get all the money back, which I know everyone cares about a lot, this little story. I can get the money back using AI, but keep it in there and just figure out what the repair method, and then just drill a little drain hole. I need to do it. I spent all week doing jack shit, dude. Back when I was editing videos, I was doing all kinds of shit. I was doing shit constantly, and so for some reason, everything just stopped. I can't. I'm sitting here, and I even come up with ideas. I'm like, I could just ask AI to do this thing for me, and it would take writing a sentence. That's how much effort. And I'm like, I think of it, and my body kind of goes, and it recoils. I'm like, and it's like too much to even imagine doing anything ever. Except for my job. As soon as I get to my job, dude, it's like I'm the whoever could tell me, you got to go do this, and I never even flinch at anything. Like I'm like this. I agreed to a secondary party, a third party. I agreed that I'm going to do this work, so obviously I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the work, and so I do anything. I always work at the job, and I was so surprised. Because of at school I would fucking suck, but I was like, I never agreed to go to school, and I was like, I don't want to be here, and so I thought I was going to be like that once I got to a job. But then as soon as I got there, I can't stand still for 2 seconds. Like I'm like if everything's died down, I can't stand still. I feel like I'm doing something wrong, so I'm just constantly finding work to do. And so it's real. I didn't even know if I was going to be like a hard worker or not. And I didn't know what the fuck would be. Oh, look at this Sinful Paradise Lounge. Wait, could I go there and have sex with her? Look, everybody.
What?
Look. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Sinful Paradise Lounge? Maybe if I go to that world, I could have sex with her. Look. All right, let's read it. Holy God. Priv/club/VIP update. Join the group, just basic procedure. Contact Zetashirkin for VIP. Want a private place you can chill, hang out? Some drinking, maybe some party games? Well, come on down, bring some friends. Multiple drink effects, Monopoly card games. Pool tables, beer pong, arcade, Texas Hold'em, blackjack, pig. Shitty, horse and more. That's crazy. The last ones are all separated by a comma. Pig, shitty. Those are two different things. And then the third one, horse and more. That's insane. Could you imagine? Pig, shitty, horse and more? Hold on.
What?
So if I join this, do you see my screen? Look at this.
No.
Look at the screen, you son of a gun.
On
what? Am I streaming on YouTube yet?
Let me go back to that.
Oh my, have mercy, Lord. It says 6 dudes. Unmute me. Oh, right, there we go. Let me unmute. Yeah, I'm so sorry about all that. Ziva, where are you? Hold on, I need to figure out. Join the call, Ziva, and then I'll click your name and unmute you. I have to see your name in the call to see that option. Stop begging, Ziva. It's over. Right, Valley Boy Living. Get her ass. Her.
Your stream is so delayed. You're now just talking about Sinful Paradise.
Is it laggy beyond that, though?
No, it's fine.
So I have low latency on apparently that's what it is. Who knows? Hold on. Okay, let's close that one. Dude, there's once a game on here that said, what's it called where they figure out where you are, where you live. Someone does this.
Docs.
There's a world called Docs Yourself on here. And I'm live streaming, I'm like, and I just joined it. And then there's like a huge screen that says all the information about you, your IP address, like every single thing about your system and your internet provider and that's the whole fucking point of and I'm like, well, I should have seen that coming. So I had to do a whole fucking, yeah. So I should be able to fucking do, like, having a VPN on. Because I'm like, I think people can grab your IP address based off of if you're playing in their server. That might be able to give them a better shot at finding my password like they did that one time. But listen, God. Who knows? Who cares? They can find it. I think everyone can, I don't think it matters anymore. I think we're about to hit a point where, shit. Everyone's going to be able to know everything ever about anybody. As long as it still happens to the fucking elite, then it's going to be okay. It's going to be scary. Like, I think the solution to all the problems is the end of privacy, period. And that sounds so scary, but I think if it's like the problem with being like, well, if you have nothing to be, if you've done nothing wrong, you have nothing to be scared about. Why do you feel like you shouldn't have shown, like you don't want people to see what you're doing if you haven't done anything wrong? And it's like, that's always a fucked up excuse to be able to track what someone's doing and have this power over them. But if it's each individual able to do it to every other individual, and it's not some huge power above them that's able to put it on then I feel there's no way someone could do shit bad to anyone else. Especially once our minds are connected to it. And you're just always able to know through a telepathic type thing where it's like, if someone's trying to hurt you. And also you don't want to, because you suddenly feel what it's like because you're able to feel what they're feeling. If you do something to someone and you're like, I wonder what, and you feel it, and you're like, holy God, okay, I won't do that shit anymore. It's hard to understand what the fuck would happen after that point. Like, if everyone knows everyone else's feelings, and it's like, does anything ever even happen again? Like, where does anything go? And I think that's why we always send ourselves back here, is because it is meaningful to be here, where you can hurt the other, and you end up feeling the entire cycle of being hurt and being the one that hurts, and it's a good time, I think. Hold on, where's that place that had the female that I can fuck? Hold on, where's she at? Wait a minute.